Hello, chat. Hope you are doing well. It is Wednesday. We are back on some Leg.gg building, and are going to continue doing the inside or the interior of the lab. So, hope you all are well. Also, the Ruby Size, thank you for the resub now for 3 months, as well as Ice Gray Stray, thank you for the resub at tier 2 for 3 months. And Cabbage Girl, thank you for the 100 bits. Ketchup green approves. Sick. All right. Now, I have no idea. I have no idea what the reference is to ketchup green. I'm gonna be so honest. Last time we were here, we did sort of this into here, and then we did this one here, which is a blue key card, and then some chests and such. Like, and then we also did a little bit of like an interior thing right here. If you 100, oh yeah, 100 viewers this month. Well, let's get 10% raise the whole year. Yep, and at the moment, we are 64 out of 100 of that. So thank you all for that, chat. But yeah, so right now, we have the exterior, we have that down there. And now we are to kind of here. We need to make something for this little room here, whether that be like a little secretary area or something. And then this goes here. But I think we start with down here first and try to figure out what we want to do. So we have like a shelf here. We can put some more shelving here. And then maybe we do some laboratory stuff in this way. Like, we have this here that can be lab-based stuff as well. Like, this entire place is very much just a maze. A bunch of different things. Like, maybe we set up like a testing area in here, and then we can do something here. Would a map be cool? A map would be cool. The issue is with a map is you have to continuously update it, and we don't have that, like, well, I don't have that function. Because this map is constantly getting changed right now, so if we added a map into it, it wouldn't stay like that. So... Also, Ghost, thank you for continuing your sub. I appreciate that. But yeah, so we kind of want to start, I think what we do is we start in this room and work our way back towards the center. So I think this room can be like a laboratory-esque area. I think that would be pretty like fitting. It's like on this floor, it's all like lab and testing stuff. So let me see, do I have? I don't. Let me get some tough. Some iron trap doors, some waxed, some weathered. Yeah, chat, if you all need to go to get sleep, go get sleep. I'm never gonna, like, be mad if y'all can't, what's the word? Do a map update. That's the thing, the map's gonna continuously be updated, so it really can't, unfortunately. But, like, yeah, we can do, like, a table here, or maybe we just do tables all around here. And we can put, like, beakers and that on there, and then at the center, there can be, like, a 3x3 table. Something like that, maybe. And then we can put stuff on it and such. Also, this needs 2. No, it's even. It's centered. And then we can get what? I was gonna say beaker, but that's not a thing. It's called a brewing stand. Brewing stand with like a hopper. And then like the hopper just continues inwards or something. I don't know. We can figure something out. Like trying to figure out ways to adjust stuff and make it all normal, if that's the best way to describe it. Or like not normal, but it seemed like it's supposed to be in here. It's nice, yeah. I don't want to do cauldrons. I mean, I could do a cauldron, but I don't really want to. But yeah, chat, if there's any like ideas or things that like it's like a chemistry classroom. Well, that's the idea. Like it's supposed to be like this is one room, here's another room that we can put like longer tables and stuff. So every like circular room, it also doesn't have to be circular. Like we can put a door here. Like we can make a room that's like in the space here. Like we can fully cut this out to here and then like cut that in and then here. Like we can fully like move it. So it doesn't have to be exactly fitting the circle. Yeah, like an eye wash station. Um, just some cups. Small pipes of sorts. We could do copper. Not copper. What's it? What was that? Oh, that's the spawn egg. I've never seen that. What is it? Not lightning rods. We could do like waxed lightning rods and do something like that for small pipes. Something like that. Like a daylight sensor. True. Turn it off, maybe. Or can I? Oh, I wish it could fit like on that half slab because that'd be so nice. And then we can get an observer. And then we can get a banner. As like monitor-esque. Isn't there a replace? No. Well, maybe, hold on. Actually, will it fall anytime soon? I don't know, maybe. I think this room's good. We can then start like throwing decorations and such into it. I think maybe another there. Get some chains just to like hold it up, or actually we just do something like that. I don't want to do all the big decorations. Piston. Yeah, I'm gonna like piston it, but I want to see if I can do something else. Because again, like we're not needing everything to be perfect. We're just trying to get stuff to like connect and such. Until we add like very, very minor details. But yeah, I think this works though. I think for the time being, this is like a good like work area, workstation. And then here, I actually did like the idea that I said of taking this and then like doing this with it. So we can put stuff here. We can put like a chiseled bookshelf and such. With books. Right, like we can do something like that. You play Extraction today for the first time, and I noticed they use player heads as decorations. They do. I do not have any. I don't know how to get myself player heads. That is not something that I am aware of. Because like I could try adding player heads around, but I have no idea how to do that. So we're doing everything based off of entirely just the game right now. I actually like the heavy core as a good decoration. Yeah, no, that was a good idea. Anything else I can put in here? Probably not. Not at the moment. I'm just going to block this all off. Give me one of those. Place that there. Turn that on. Okay, we can also add like just a little table here. Put a little like put something on there. Do we have an aquarium yet? No, we do not. We could make one. Definitely could make an aquarium, so that is not out of the cards for what we can and cannot do. It's the server right now is multiplayer, and then the game's also multiplayer. Extraction basically is a big looter shooter, quote unquote shooter. But it's a game like Arc Raiders, The Division, a bit of Destiny-esque, where you basically spawn in a random part of the map. You have to go try to loot areas around the map within a time frame. I think it's like 15 to 20 minutes, and then afterwards you have to try to find the extraction point and leave. So that's kind of the whole idea with it. Um. Hmm. Yeah, it's usually one of the attractions you will play on leg.gg right now. So if you ever want to, you can play it. Abandoned vibes? Yeah. It is really nice. That, and then outdoors. With... Actually, I want to see something. Yeah. I like that. I can't really... I can put stuff here, but I can't put it anywhere else because of placement. Which is a little annoying. Oh, you also can't open that. Okay. Well. Huh. Have to be like that then. Of lava, copper chain, normal chain. The chain is getting heated. That's a cool idea. If we have like ever a thing that we can do for that, I'll definitely try that. But like a storage room. I want to put some decorations in here. Using Axiom never fails to make... oh yeah, no, it's such a nice little feature with Axiom. It's really, really helpful. And once again, monitor. A lot of just random little monitors and terminals to document stuff. Nope, that's not nature. I'm actually going to check something real quick. What is over here? Primarily Skulk. And a few other things, but nothing like too crazy. I was thinking if there's like any like nature and such growing, but there really isn't. I mean, I could. Like, figure out a way... Like, it's contained. Yeah, we are going to do a greenhouse room. The greenhouse room is going to be down here. It's going to be either one of these two rooms. Because that, you go from here, and then it connects downwards this way. Why not water? Just a fern there for now. Yeah, that works. Again, I do need to add like all the little tiny detail stuff. But I need to figure out a way to where... Actually, let me real quickly. I want to see if there's a way that I can set a custom brush command to where water doesn't fill inside. It's like 50. Block replace air. Can see sky. Also surface. So let me see if I... It doesn't allow me. And I think it's because there's... I don't know if it's because there's like too much. Okay, so that worked. But there are these portions. And that's the part that I need to figure out is how can I get everywhere that's not seeing the sky. That's the part that I need to figure out. So if I do surface, what does that do? So, okay, so surface is the one that's causing the issue. By layer portions? The issue is I don't know how to... As an item, looks like a gun. Yes, but I don't know how item frames work in this, so I'm trying to keep it... What if I do near? Waxed. Okay, but again, it only did... everything above. It's not doing... Because Can See Sky makes it really easy. It's then afterwards of trying to figure out how to place this right. If or near waxed I'm gonna see if this can be a starting point. By hand in, that's not going to be easy because there's not enough space for that. I mean, I could try, but I want to see if I can get this all in one. If not, I will just do it by hand, but also want to see if I can just do it first try. Waxed weather. This one. So. Okay, that's better? But what if I also do block air? And then I... Okay. But again, same issue. This part isn't getting filled. And I want all these to be source blocks for that reason. Also, it's really dark, so... Because, like, all this isn't getting filled here, because it's not seeing the surface. So if I remove Can See Sky, then what happens is this then becomes everything gets flooded on the inside. Yeah. So... If I do on surface, that doesn't matter, because surface is not being described. I don't know what in section means though. That's the issue that I'm having. Because like, as you can see, everything... There's a lot of things that need to be waterlogged and not waterlogged, and... It shouldn't be like that. So I need to figure out a way to do that. Yeah, I can go to a specific Y level. The issue is if I like, for example, make this brush small and I do it right here. What happens is that I need to make sure. Actually, well, it's because of that. So like I can't. Like I'm trying super hard to fill this in, but since these blocks are underneath because of the mask tool being can see sky, but if I remove that and I place this here, well, now part of it's underwater. And that's the issue that I'm trying to figure out, is how do I get this to not be underwater? Having the sky, like, property is great, but it's everything in between. What I probably should have done if I knew this sooner was done one layer, filled it with water, one layer, filled it with water, one layer, filled it with water. That way, everything that was above those layers would still get filled. I don't think about that though. So we're now here, and we're trying to figure out a way to like fix that. It doesn't work the old-fashioned way, and the reason why I'm saying it won't work the old-fashioned way is because then I can't do source blocks like that. There's a difference between filling it just with water and filling it with source blocks. Then put the orb? I mean... maybe? I can... let me try something. If I do this... now we're in here, and I go remove sky and go equal to, I'm gonna need my F3 on, equal to less than or equal to 10. We can start filling this up like this. What's the lowest base? 13, so I need to go 11. Oh, but then there's this right here, which is just accidentally filled with water. See, like, that's the issue that I'm getting at, is, like... I have so many different levels that, like, filling it with water is not... okay, I can try one other thing, and I'm gonna try this, just to see real quickly, and then if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. But if I just do this, and I just do 51... and we just fill this all in. I'm gonna have to go individually and fill all those in with water because game dumb. But if I just grab sponges, probably gonna have to do it that way. Gonna have to go through every floor here and then Y level. It's because you can't only do individual pieces, because what's happening here is if I just do Y level 10 to Y level 12, then anything at that Y level, so here, would still get flooded. And then down here will still get flooded. So I kind of just have to go through every room now at this point, I guess, and just go on through and fix what I need to fix. And I feel like that's gonna be the only way, unfortunately. Luckily, I know how to clear out water relatively easy. Let's just do the highest point, and then it'll just clear it out on its own. Should not take super long, but I didn't want to do it just because it's still something I would have to, like, do, and I would have loved if there was just a very simple way of doing this. Oh well. Cool. Bup, 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 bup. Alright. By the way, chat, anyone play Overwatch? Because one big massive update came out yesterday, and me and a few friends have been playing it, and it's been very, very fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. The tank, kind of broken. Like, overall, pretty good. It's been very, very fun so far. I'm gonna play it. Play mates. Yeah, it's been good. Paladins, yeah. You know, like, so for those who don't know, Overwatch basically released a new update that makes it feel like normal Overwatch again. Like, it actually felt good. Because recently, Overwatch has just been not fun and not that enjoyable just because of how certain things were in. So they kind of like redid a bunch of stuff and like reworked a bunch of stuff and implemented 5 new heroes into the game. And like, it feels like old school Overwatch, which is good. Don't want water filled and select. You might be onto something there. You might be onto something there, chatter. Hold on. You might have just given me something that would let me actually fix this real quickly. Because I've cleared all this, and since no water's touching that... What is Overwatch? Overwatch is a video game. Yeah, if I just do... let's clear this. Let's go block state. Can I not pick water? Game, I want the... Can I just get the block? No? Really? It's a 5v10 team game, yeah, and so they basically reworked a bunch of it. They made a lot of characters stronger. They made some characters weaker. Wait, I thought I just saw it there, hold on. Okay. Tell me... Like, tell me why I can click on the blocks, but I can't click on the water. What's the... Hold on. Block equal water. Delete? Nope, that just made a hole in the ceiling. Okay. Game, why no let... I want to just... Okay. So there is a way of doing this. And it's going to be an absolute pain if I don't figure out how to do this. But there is a way that I can just select all the water. But it has to be inside. Water and... Where's the and? And... Not... Can see. Okay, that did not work. Okay. Okay, good to know. Before you fill in the water, that wouldn't work though, because if I don't fill in the water, then it'd be the air, and then it's selecting the air, and it's not doing everything. Why can't it just be inside? Why can't there just be a block surface that says inside does not see sky? Like... You know? Like, Magic Select Tool, I should just be able to right-click on my screen right now and just select the water. But for some unorthodox reason, it only lets me select the blocks, not the water. Like, I'm just trying to clear this out. That's all I'm trying to do. But... Hold on, let me see if there's a command online. In Axiom, you can select water by using the Magic Select tool. Okay. And right shift to grab connecting. What are you even talking about? But then it also said something else. Hold on. Or by using the box freehand, select a region to specifically target water, use the any or material setting in the tool option. Okay. That... If I just delete this, what would happen? Oh. That's what would happen. Okay, let's not do that. Anyways. Let's just deselect that real quickly. Block. Water. Subtract. Or is it add? Why? It's a material. It's literally saying to specifically target water, use the any or material setting in the tool option, which allows selecting non-solid blocks like water, unlike the default setting. Actions to ensure any is selected in the comparator setting and click water, then select the connected water source. Invert, select, so the outside area. I kind of see what you're getting there, but I don't, because if I can just select water, which the game is saying I can, I wouldn't have this issue right now. I would actually be in a perfectly fine state of just being able to right click this and being all good. But for some reason, game says no. It's a material. It's any. Try being out of the water. So like what if I go here? Huh. Now we're causing issues down here. We need to figure out a way to not fix that. Yeah, so it's because I was not pull out sponges. Yeah, so the issue is it's also trying to grab every block that's in like a 5-mile radius for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, cool, I just undrained the thing that I'm trying to do. You could fill what you can see the sky and fill the rest with near water mask and repeat it. You know, we'll try that. Neither, because that is something that I can understand and see. So you're saying basically you can fill what you can see with sky, yeah. So, liquid fill, replace air, can see sky up to 51. Painter tool, water, just go about doing this real quickly. Cool, thank you. And then everything here, you were then suggesting with near water mask. So if I remove that and do near water of a radius of 1. Okay, the issue is that because of how the tool is, I need to figure out a way of... Wait, did I just... Oh, I removed all of it. Smaller brush size, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me... And then this goes to near water. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to do. Radius of... What happens if I do 10? Okay, that's a bit better. My other issue I'm realizing right now is because of... What is it? This whole thing. It's like I'm trying to make sure that I don't accidentally flood like that. A lot of water is happening right now. Basically, yeah. But yeah, doing a near XYZ thing did work. And it's easier to remove that. Did it work? Yeah, I would say it did. It definitely is something that I have no... There probably is an easier way of doing this, I'm gonna be so honest, but for the time being, whatever works, works. I'm also just gonna fill these in, because for some reason the water logging of this... Yep, a lot of water ASMR right now. Flood it? No. No. We kind of have to like be very, very careful of where we use the tool. But for the most part, I just have to do very, very small areas. And the reason why I want to do this, because I don't want to build everything, and then things that we put in that I don't realize can be broken by water get destroyed by water. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. So... for the most part, I'm trying to get this in. Akira? Thank you for the resub for 21 months now. You've been subbed for 29 in total. That's crazy. Almost 30. That is insane. Really just a lot of spamming water buckets right now, isn't it? Some of these you don't have to use the tool, luckily. I'm realizing the ones that are very, very tall, they can kind of fix themselves because the water logging then forces everything around to try to be solid. But here I'm gonna have to use the tool, like the actual tool, because there's not enough space for that to use that there. I'm surprised here doesn't get water. Just join stream. Basically, it's for a game, a part of Lagundo's server called Extraction, which is, if you ever played like Arc Raiders or Destiny 2 or The Division, it's basically an extraction-based game where you have to go in, you have a certain amount of time to grab loot, and then you have to try to extract out. And so they're doing a season 2, and they want to update POIs and buildings, and so I am building currently an underwater lab. And I'm trying to fill it all in with water right now, so it's not, so it actually has the part of the underwater lab portion. I don't understand how y'all think this is just relaxing. Like, this is not ASMR in the slightest. I'm also just gonna fill these with water logs right now because I know I'm gonna have to later. Just wrapping up. All good. I'm having a great time. Sure. Also, by the way, chat, there will be a stream tomorrow, I believe, unless I feel too tired not to. But tomorrow morning, roughly 2 hours earlier than normal, we're gonna, I believe there's possibly a peak stream happening. So... and those who enjoy the peak lobby and stream moment stuff, there will be one happening tomorrow. Unless otherwise. I was told there was one, but who knows, things can happen. Okay, oh, down here. Down here. I'm just gonna fill this in with water. This one's not too bad. I will decorate the lake a little bit. What happened here? Like, genuinely confused on how that happened. Oh, I see. Okay, that needs to be shifted over. First point, second point, move that over by 1, and there we go. Again, confused on how that happened. Anyways. It actually might just be easier just to fill it like this. Yeah. You know, it'll take more time, I think, just doing it this way, because Axiom then won't try to force water into the area. Might just save me more time overall. Because the actual game will be like, oh yes, this is normal Minecraft physics. Let me do what I'm supposed to do and fill in the things that should be filled in. First, let's do all the waterlogged stairs, though, because I think I accidentally had this thing that said... I think I didn't turn on the thing that says, like, in whatever state for the paintbrush tool. There's a lot to fill by hand. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I was really hoping not to need to do it by hand, but at this point we're so far into just filling it by hand, I guess I'll just fill the rest by hand. Oh my goodness. It's a lot. Luckily, Minecraft physics are nice enough to where if I just do everything on the top layer, eventually the game will just automatically autofill everything else by source block. So it's a little bit easier. It's just when it's everything that is stairs, the game wants to keep as much air blocks as possible. But that's okay. That's fine. Like all this. Like if I tried doing this layer by layer downwards, it just would not work. And so I have to go on through and just fill in every waterlogged stair. Which would then hopefully fill in the rest for me. How many stairs are there? Anywhere that basically had a connecting piece is a stair. So the entire exterior outline of this entire building. So on both the top and bottom side of all of this is stair blocks. And also all the pipes and all the pillars and everything else has stairs for structural integrity looking building. A lot of stairs. A lot of stairs. Like all of this here, I'm just gonna have to just do this. And just have the game autofill everything else, and then I have to go back through and just unwaterlog everything that Minecraft then thinks needs to be waterlogged, aka the stairs and the slabs. And the reason why I need to, like, waterlog everything and it's not just have stuff be fine is because there are ender pearls in this game, and I don't want people just chucking ender pearls through a object and just being able to get anywhere. And so when you chuck an ender pearl in in water, it kind of just sinks. And so if you were just swimming, right, and you tried to like wedge yourself here, it doesn't really work. So that's why, because water physics. Yeah. It's the other reason why it's so far down. Because, like, players can have ender pearls in this game, so if they do chuck a pearl, by the time the pearl reaches, it doesn't actually get anywhere, doesn't get far enough, because it just will sink straight downwards. And so they can't just chuck a pearl to the building and try to mitigate any type of damage. because again, how works, and that's why to get underneath, this is the only entrance. Because again, this game is made for players and not just like on an SMP or a server, so people will try anything and everything to find an easier time to get somewhere if they can. So I have to make sure there are no air pockets in here whatsoever. I've played Extraction when it first came out. I don't play it too much just because I don't always have time to, and I do other things, so... But it is a fun game, though. There we go. Go there, into there. After we fill all this in, chat, I'll show you all the updates on the server so far. If you haven't been in like Legs' stream recently to see what they've been working on. Because a lot has been added to Extraction, POI-wise. Oh yeah, no, extraction-based games are very, very addicting. It's really fun because you have moments where you get really good loot, so it gives you that dopamine feel when you finally get something you're trying to grab for a while. Then also, like, it's just the PvP aspect of having very limited time, and then you can also run into people so you have to start fighting while you have limited time. It's good. Did not mean to do that. Meant to do that. To the Great Moss Incident? What's the Great Moss Incident? Look, I helped build, but I don't know everything that's happened on here. What's the Great Moss Incident? Of moss, the whole world was just moss. Oh, so, okay, so he didn't just do an array, he just did replace XYZ with... I see. Good thing there's always an undo button. Of course it was... Oh, yeah, of course it was an accident. I don't think it was intentional. Okay, any dark blue spots that we see, chat? Anywhere dark blue there, right there, right there. Oh, and this is all filled with water somehow. Let me just do that instead to make that easier. Oh, and here as well. Okay, and then right here. Okay. And then up there. Okay, any more dark blue spots that we see? Cool, cool. Alright, I think we're good so far. Yeah, so like basically there's gonna be a little bit of like drops of water coming on through. But then like overall this is what it is. And now the reason why I wanted to get the water in is because of leaf litter. This was an idea from Mochi. Having it like mud and such. Because I want to add like the glow lichen and leaf litter stuff around here. But it's difficult when everything was what's the word? When everything had that like color to it. Yeah, no. So like if I go slash effect clear, this is basically how this entire it's gonna be dark. It's supposed to be dark in here. So like we'll have glow lichen to light things up. But like overall it very much is this dark and grungy like place. Mm. I don't know. Maybe we'll put a shelf here instead. Or like a bookshelf or something. Spooky corridor. Cobweb. Yeah, hanging pill moss. Moss carpet. Ooh. I wish I can just have that like moss carpet there by itself. Because that would be nice. The carpets are cool. I just want the like that. I want this. I want that without the carpet. Wait, actually, hold on. I can for some things, but not all of it because it's connected. Oh, that's so sad. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, but then if I update it though, it's missed opportunity. Yeah, wish you can collect with like shears and place it somewhere. All right. Anyways, though, yeah, basically this is what it's gonna look like underneath. You're just gonna get some light sources from below, but that's about it. Nothing else really. Let me real quickly just 51, and let me just fill in the rest of this here. There we go. Now I need to get that there, and oh, but that's just too big of a radius. Hold on. Okay, cool. And then let me just get some sponges and clear this out. Same for over here. I mean, technically I can do, what is it, / drain 10. Yeah. There you go, cool. Nope. Work smarter and not harder. Alright, so yeah, basically this is the idea. I can put more lights down there if I need to. But, like, it's not supposed to be very, very noticeable. It's supposed to be somewhat hidden. And so the whole point is when you go down there, even if you have a turtle helmet, it gives you water breathing when you wear it, which would then protect you from the frostbite. But you can't really see it down here until like you actually start swimming towards it. And the whole idea is you would then swim up and under, and then there's a spawner right there, which will probably be zombies or something, and then those will try like to get you, because then their pathing would go that way. So, because then you would swim up here, and then now you have to go through this whole place, which you don't need to fill it entirely, but just enough to where like things have placements and such. I might make a like maybe we can do a decontamination like area. I don't know, maybe not here, but somewhere else, just to like fill it in. Like an airlock. Yeah, something like that. Some people would know. Like, if you've people, well, the thing is, right? People play the game, and so if you're in Legs' stream, you see what I've been working on. But like for the time being, I feel like this is just like a good way of having stuff, right? Like, I don't know the player head stuff. I would love to add like little player heads like beakers and other stuff around here, just so it's not only normal Minecraft blocks. But for now, yeah, that's kind of the idea. So. Let me check something real quick. Oh, Lagundo's actually here right now. Hold on. Is he in VC? No, he's not. Okay. I want to make sure. But yeah, so like that's kind of the idea is that and such. But I don't know where his stream is wise. He's just flying around. One. Sweet. Yeah, so that's the idea. Thank you. Yeah, so at the moment though, besides that, what you guys are seeing me do, Jay and Kirobat have been working on this massive excavation. Also, I don't know why Voxy isn't really working right now. This massive like excavation area right next to the hydro dam. So like here's the hydro dam, and they've been building this huge massive POI site of like underground areas of blocks that you can like mine, and going from like all the way down and such. So it's a huge build. It's a huge thing. And so both of them have been like building the trucks and the dig sites, because they'll probably be able to get all the way down here, which means you can then probably connect up to other things and such. So like, yeah, it's really, really cool. So that's what they've been building. And then all the way over here, I wish VoxyMod loaded. Lex has been slowly incorporating more and more of like these abandoned buildings and such outside on the outer edges of the city as like destroyed stuff. Hold on. That'll be a bit easier. And then where is it? Where is it? Somewhere around here. Have to see if I can find it. Here. So there's supposed to be a pale garden here, and then right here they've been doing a swamp. So Legs and a few others have been working on this massive swamp, putting in trees and all these like very dense bushes that you can like run through and such. It's really, really cool. So this has been going on here. They've been making a lumber mill and like lumber mill factories and such to add more to the industrial stuff here. You all saw the bridge, but we finished up on the bridge stuff there, and then I believe they're adding more like buildings. Yeah, they're adding buildings along the town areas and such that are like destroyed and so on and so forth. So everyone's doing their own little like bits and pieces. I've been helping out on other things that people are doing, but also, yeah, there's also this right here, which is going to be a entrance into an ancient city, because if you see, there are these little tiny little pockets. One's over here, I believe, unless they moved it. But it's sort of a way that it's like a like pipe that goes downwards into like it teleports you to the ancient city. So that is the idea there. Also, this is supposed to be, once I get this done, I can put this to there and like modify it a bit and add like the submarine and the like bridge for the sub to go down to. So that's just like the station where they like load up stuff, load up items and materials and so on and so forth. So the actual wardens, maybe, I don't know, but we were talking about possibly during different Minecraft day, like times during the day, like day-night cycle. Some doors are open and some doors are closed, and so the thought of like the city, the center point of the map, during the night it closes, and so if you're trapped inside there, the only way to leave would be to go through the ancient city extraction point. Wrong button. But like that's kind of the idea right now is splitter and so on and so forth. I want to add just enough light, not a lot, but just enough to where it fills in that like ambiance feeling. Oh, Dingles, thank you for staying around and stopping on by. But yeah, so like that's kind of the idea. Need to figure out what I want to do with this room. I really like using glow lichen as just a simple light source. It's not a lot of light, but it's enough to where like it feels good, if that makes sense. Like not in every single area needs it, but just enough like places. Anyways, though. Nope. Again, trying to get a bit more of this muddy feel. Alright, so we got this side done. Let's start working on this side. Also, let me grab you and you. What should we do for this room, chat? Because we have this big open area right here. We need to do something with it. So like what should we... Cafeteria is on second level. Cafeteria is gonna go in here. Each floor has like, so this is all laboratory-esque stuff, right? And then this one is like the living quarters area, and this one's all military-esque personnel. It's the lowest, second lowest level, basically. It's the entry point. The lowest level is here, but we're gonna down here. We're gonna turn this into like a flower botany area, and then here. So, meeting room. So, think about it as a resting area is gonna go here again. Those quarters. Does it already have a power generator? It doesn't, actually. And that might be a good spot for it. Potentially. Hold on. No, living quarters is above this. Yeah, we don't have... There is no power generator. And funny enough, what we could do is have this also be a power generator room. And, like, have this be blocked off with needing a clearance. And then have a pipe that runs here. And so, like, we can have a pipe that goes downwards into here. And it's like a battery thing. And all these, and this can be like a big battery room. Or like just with like generators and such. So, let's start figuring out how we want to make a facility with power. How do we make big batteries? I think we use Blackstone, maybe? Like, or polished deep slate. I think deep slate. Yeah, we go like polished deep slate. Wait, actually, hold on. How would I do this? Because I can make a 3x3. I can go iron blocks. And then something like this. Hope that got placed out top. And it's like it's a rotational battery things. Or do we do... Ooh, maybe we don't... Like pipes in this room? Yeah, we'll add pipes. We'll use like hoppers and such. We can also do batteries that are cylindrical vertically. Like fuel rods, almost in a way. This with like some tinted glass. Or like orange tinted glass, right? And then like we could do something like this maybe. That looks more like Beaker-esque. I think we go back to the iron. Do something like this. And then get some waxed copper or iron bars. Wait, hold on. Maybe chains. Maybe something like that. /effect give. Nope. Night vision infinite. Maybe something like that, or we put it on its side, maybe? Maybe it would... Hold on. This? Right, 3 big... One there. One there. And we can put something in the middle here. But like... I'm really trying to, like... make this how I want to make it. Because what I'm trying to do is... Hold on. Let me see. Because I'm trying to get, like, the shape of what I'm wanting. Industrial batteries are more square. Yeah, but I'm trying to get something not just square. Using, like, roundness and shape and such. Like half circle almost in a way. I want something like cylinder. That's what I'm trying to get at. Hold on, I'm looking up. Just like reference ideas. Yeah, okay, I have an idea. First off, 1 point to the other side. But then, if we do this, not for all of them, when I'm going by every 2, do something like that, right? And then we cap these off here. And then we do something like this. Actually, doesn't need to be perfectly symmetrical. It's like stuff like this, right? And then we can fill this in for now. But like that. And then these can have slabs like this. And then slabs like here. It's like one big thing. Also, I want to move this over by 1, so hold on, let me... First point, second point, click there, click to there. Oh, that's fine. Let me just do that, and then let me... There we go. I'll move it over, just over by one. So we now have, like, this generator-esque machine, right? Basically, it was all half circles that I was wanting to try to do. Like, multiple half circles that would contain the power as they rotate and spin. What's nice about this is then we can use some hoppers to a power box of some sort. Oh, it will. It will. There we go. Awesome. It's just underneath. Okay, cool. And then I'll just take a stair. Yeah. Take a quartz stair, and I'll just place it there. Cool. One big metal pipe for energy. So again, we'll have another thing goes down there. We can also add a power. We can add a battery box here. Which generally just has to be something as simple as just this, and then this with an observer, and let me go into the redstone to see if there's anything else I could add in here that could look battery-esque. What is it called? Blast furnace. Like that, and then I can put that up top. And there we go, and then we can get some copper. Or lightning rod, I should say. That gets connected into there, which then gets connected to there, which now floods the entire thing, which then goes there, and then I just get some copper. Want some, like, waxed weathered, like this. What is also doing? Underwater laboratory stuff, so. That's what I'm building right now, at the moment. Use chains between the bars. I mean, I could. The thing with just chains is... It's not... I mean, I could, like, string it like that. And then let me... get some wax exposed. Just so it's at least, like... being held up. Because I feel like that's kind of important. Actually, can I... Hold on. If I flip and then go to there, cool. And then go to there, cool. And then copper. Yep. Waxed, weathered. Alright, cool. And then I'm also going to add a not a fence, iron bars here. So people don't... Has like a way of like, hey, don't go here. You can still get around here, but like... Oh, there you go. It's just as a like a precaution of, hey, might not want to go do that. Oh gosh dang it. Well, what do we think so far, chat? Pretty good? I would think pretty good. Just as a simple cautionary warning, I feel. I can't make it out of the blocks because it would just go to there. Oh, that's actually funny. You can run underneath this way, but because of the height difference, you actually get stuck underneath that. So you would have to... Okay, then maybe we just do that instead. Yeah, that works. Or... we do it here. Yeah, that works. We'll just... Cool. That's better. Alright, cool. Add some, like, barrels. Maybe some coal blocks. Like the corners. Just to fill in the space a little bit. It's unheard. It's called game design. I need to make it at least somewhat functionable. What else can we add in here? I feel like there needs to be something else right here. You know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be another, maybe a computer. You know what? Yeah, maybe a computer. Oh, I did not know you could do... Oh, that's actually cool. Huh. Wait, hold on. You want to see something really cool? I think... So we're going to add a little bit of buildstone into this. This is one of my favorite things to do. We're going to take some smooth quartz. It can be any stair. Wait, how would I do this, though? Because it would have to be... Ooh, I don't know if I'll be actually able to do it or not, unfortunately. And the reason why I say that is because you need to have it here to there, because you do that. And the reason why this is really cool is because it moves. But I think I'm doing it wrong. Hold on. Because banners have a little bit of sway to them. And there is a way... I forget how, because I haven't done it in a while. But you can make it to where the banners sway. And it looks like... Wait, no, hoppers. This. It's something with hoppers in this. And what it basically does... No, not shells, it's hoppers. You'll see what I mean. You do this. I'll just bring that up here. But if I place banners down and then I do this on the banners, I can then get glass. But look at the bottom of the hoppers. It looks like they're pumping. I've showed this before. But it's a really fun little trick that you can do with this. I want to know how, though, I can make this look good. Because I know if someone has an ender pearl, what they're gonna do is they're gonna chuck an ender pearl in here, and then probably get stuck in somewhere they shouldn't be in. Actually, I don't know if they, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, because you can get stuck like this, which I don't want to happen. So I think we need glass blocks and figure out a way that I can do this real quickly. Because again, the annoying thing with ender pearls is that there are ways, but I think if I use a full glass block, then we're fine. Just because of how, let's do deep slate. I'll actually also, so to hide the to hide the side of the hoppers that you can't see, I'll do that instead. And then we'll take some tinted glass, maybe? Why not? Sure, why not tinted glass? Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then at this point, you shouldn't be able to just ender pearl into this because of how Minecraft physics work, and you can't actually slot yourself through that. Now, if it was a glass pane, it would be a bit more of an issue. But again, since you're not able to, and if someone's wasting this many pearls to just get into the spot, that's on them. Or try slabs? What do you mean slabs? You mean for like here? It's because it shows the underneath portion. And if I mean, I could slab this. But of getting into there, it's just because people would be like, I got in a spot I shouldn't have gotten into. Like, there's this that you can do, but you're in the block to a point where the game really doesn't, right, like, you can do this, but then you're gonna, yeah, you're now out here. Congrats. Like, that's the thing with ender pearls. It can only get you so far with it, and I feel like this is just a good approach. Like in leaf litter, pale tall grass. That should be a slash effect. Clear. Alright, cool. Now we can just add cobwebs, yeah. Oh, I don't want to do slabs on the bottom because there's still the banner stick at the bottom of a banner that I don't want, that I don't want to just, like, be sticking out there, so that is why. Yeah, there should be a mob spawner in here. Let's go there. There's a chest in here, there's a mob spawner there. Will spawn. I mean, I don't know how the spawning works. I'm just placing them here temporary just to get an idea. Because I really don't know. I'm unsure, so. Because there's one spawner there. One spawner there. I think one spawner in here? Yeah, there. There's no spawners there. I need to figure out what I want to fill into this. Maybe like bookshelves and such, or like, I don't know. We'll figure out something. Also not trying to get too many plants. Braces. I don't want to place it behind because the models will just spawn behind there and never get to the player. So just need to place it there. I'm trying to make this also where players just can't get stuck. That's another thing. You never want a game where a player just randomly gets stuck and they die that way. Alright, I can leave this as this. I can do that. You can put like a little bookshelf here or something. And then down here, right here is storage. So we can just have like a chest in here. Or the bell can go right there. That'd be funny. But then down here, in this room, is generator-esque type room. So we need the hoppers, the blast furnaces, that... Because this directly connects from... the top portion into here. So again, big, just battery-esque design. There we go, and then we can take this, break those. We can probably just break all that there. Yeah, that's good. Move that to there. Deep slate there. That works. Get a lightning rod that is waxed. There we go. I'm going to do this. And fill that there, and then get a banner to act as the terminal. And then get some trapdoors. Cool. Would fit recreational room. I just want a bell in the room, because it's going to be the emerald with the bell, and just so somewhere in this area needs to just have that. That is what I am going with, so. Gonna do an iron door here, so you need a key card to get into this room. But there will be a green or a lime green shulker in here with like a like 2 chests or something. Just keep it simple. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this is basically just a big generator that the entire system like feeds energy to, and then it just gets funneled through into different parts of the area that you don't see. Having different monitors and that, and like things running in here to make sure that they function, I think is a good idea. Just like that. Just having stuff like that around, I feel. Add the bell noise. Well, the bell noise is there. It's just when it's, what's the word? When there isn't a, when you're in creative with Axiom, it just rotates it. So the bell probably still possibly works. I'm not too sure, though. Trapdoors. Do a chest with a shulker. There you go. Something like that. Maybe we can go chest, barrel, and then the shulker can go right there. Actually, right there. Lex's been putting lodestones like that. So, I don't know. But there you go. Another room and done. And this one, again, you have just some chests. A chest with, like, a barrel and... and such, so it's nothing too crazy. But, like, again, this isn't supposed to be a super hard room to get it into. It's an uncommon room. So... I'm basing the tierity and rarity off rust, so the most rarest stuff is all the way up here in this room, where you need to get a red key card to get all of this. And then, like, blue key card to get into this room. And then a green key card to get into this room. And we'll probably do, like, another green key card room somewhere on the second floor. Maybe, like... maybe to get into the kitchen, you have to use a green key card or something like that. That unlocks the door. Instead of just being in the cafeteria itself. Alright, so now we just have... because we have this room done, that room done. We need to still put, like, bookshelves in here to make it a bit more spacious, but... we need to fill that. We need to put some stuff here. But now we have this room. And this room is going to be, the... airlock, not airlock, but oh, what's the word? I'm trying to think of. The greenhouse area. So, and here's gonna be a bunch of plants and foliage and so on and so forth. Ugh. This one probably have like 2 or 3 chests in it. Because as you can see, like, generator, greenhouse area, that probably also helps create oxygen. for the facility because you need oxygen, right? So probably do like a few oxygen tanks and that down here, which then can get pumped upwards into what was the that's because block. Which then get pumps through the facility for they have air, right? So let's get some grass blocks. Let's get some moss blocks. And we are... I honestly could probably do like a mini tree. I could probably build like a very small tree or something here. I don't know. Then there's just bell. Yeah. Slash effect give infinite. There we go. Now we can see better. Okay. I think we maybe do like stuff like this. Just rows of plants and such. And like I can replace them with moss blocks, of course. And then get trapdoors. And then, of course, we can do one in the middle here. Like that. And now we can just put plants here, and then we can get some, like, vines and such, and, like, make it all overgrown. Kitchen stuff good. So the thing is, how they would get their food, it would all be shipped. So in the sense that they would rely on getting resources from up here, and that would then come downwards. And then they would get supplies. That's why like this is the whole like important bit of it is this down here. Is they would get mainly supplies from there, but to keep oxygen down here so they just don't always have to rely on oxygen tanks, they could also have a system in here for this. Where they would study plant life and other stuff like that, so. Let's get some plants. What are good plants? I think leaves. I think, of course, having leaves. I think, what are the leaves that are around here? Birch and spruce. Okay. The sniffer one would be cool, yeah. Let me get some composter. Again, overgrown. So like the leaves and the branches and that have overgrown this place, and I wish I could put it on the floor, but I can't. But I can put moss carpet on the floor at least, so that is a benefit. If yellow glass would look good. Like here? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe a different color glass. Maybe like a green stained glass that's like broken. I think a little like broken glass here and there. Something like this, I would think, would work. And then let's go to plants. Let's go to nature. All right, what plants can we add in here that would look good? Open-eyed. Ooh, spore blossom would actually be cool. We can put like a spore blossom, kind of like it just grew on its own. So like, take the moss. Sort of. Because it'll have like that little like spore effect there. Glowberries, yeah, like I want more of the uncommon cactus flower, torch flower, glowberries. Right, like it kind of was just warped root, the twisted vines. Pale garden flowers, yep, that's what we're using with the open-eyed. Some tall grass, you know, just it being overgrown and such. Of course, there would be some. I think what I might do here to be a little bit more fun with this is replace all this with moss. And then go underneath with slabs. Just for only this portion, because I want to like have the I want to be able to like put flowers in that on the floor and not just in the like areas that they're supposed to be in. And then I can just go back through with weathered. And it's not really going to be a noticeable thing. Like, I think for the most part, most people won't realize. And that's perfectly fine. My main thing is just trying to blend all this in as much as possible, ideally. Because now that way I can, like, break this. And just show how overgrown it actually became. In due time, dead coral? Not so much dead coral. Yeah, because the idea of just like being able to put like grass here really does just show how like overgrown this place got. The vines and everything kind of just coexisting with each other. Yeah, let's see. What can we add? Pitcher plant. We can add normal flowers as well. I feel that's fine. Alright, let's get some normal flowers, like more common ones in. Lilac lilies, some ferns. I need the glow lichen. I need the pale hanging. Of course, I need cobwebs. The nether fungus, I don't know, maybe. Allium, orchid, lily. Maybe a crimson there because of the hanging. I get a poppy, you get a dandelion, of course. A rosebush. Cornflower? Ah, yeah, cornflowers. Oh, I can put one there, and one there. There we go. Let me get some of this. Cobwebs. Maybe not too many cobwebs, just like one. And then the glow lichen to kind of tie it all in together. Slash effect. Clear, abolish. Yeah, there we go. I really like the open-eyed when it's dark. It's a nice touch. Because I have to keep in mind, like, what is the first thing people see when they walk in here? And so... that. So I want to try to... like, when they walk in here, they're like, oh, there's all of this stuff that is, like, growing and of the such. And I want to use the corn, not the corn, the open-eyed as, like, sort of a lighting. So have areas that are a bit darker. Have some spots that are not as that, so it kind of illuminates the eeriness almost in a way. Because you have one there, there, and there. You can also have a chest. We can have a chest here. We can also have them a chest here. We can have a chest here. And I am gonna do a shulker in here just because I feel like a shulker is kind of worth it in here. So we'll do one there instead. So I have two chests and a shulker. So, but yeah, there we go. I think that's good though. Like overall, like a bunch of different flowers overgrew and they're kind of just growing consistently everywhere. It's not every single flower, but a lot. Maybe remove one of you and replace it with a different flower. Like a azure. Do we have a blue? I think we do have a blue orchid, right? We have a blue orchid there. Open. We have tall. Yeah, cool. We'll add that there. The sniffer egg. It would have to be. I know someone might sniff it, like the sniffer egg stuff. It would have to be on a grass block, right? It can't. For it not to grow, it'd have to be on a grass block. What was that? Oh, I broke that one. If it's off. If you're talking about wax copper bulbs, I can put one dead center here. I can turn that on. Oh, the water just broke all that, didn't it? Yep, okay. Hold on. Um... There we go. Like, I can put it here. I can put it, like, literally dead center there. But I maybe, yeah. I thought Sniffers only hatched whenever, like, not only because of Moss. I think Moss just speeds it up. So just to be on the safe side, I probably won't for now. Just because I don't want to accidentally spawn one in. But I think for the most part, this is good. I think so. I think they'd hatch as well. I'm not too sure. But I think like overall though, this is good though. 1, 2 chest, shulker there. If you have a key card, you can go into this room and get another shulker and chest. But no, I like it. We need leaf litter. Leaf. And a lot of it. And the reason why I'm like, it's okay to have a lot of leaf litter is because this room's really organic already. So having mud in that be in like these parts is not going to be an issue. Like that, just adds more clutter in here, and it works. So, all right, cool. We have that. We can add like some shelving in that in here. We have that there. Maybe for now, I do just like that, chair, observer, under any conditions. All right, yeah, I figured, but a little there, and then get some bookshelves. Diner turtles. I see. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I like this. Waxed there and there. Cool. Hold on. Just do that real easily, and then chiseled. There we go. I can get some cobweb. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't need to be a lot. again, like not every single corridor needs to be filled with stuff. I just want to make it at least have something in it, just so it doesn't feel completely empty. Like here, I want to just put something here. I don't know what, but something. Maybe some seating. Maybe like a table and that. Like I think maybe that kind of works. And then this can be a storage room. Or another bathroom, who knows. Probably another bathroom, because why not? Then we have here. And we have all this and all this that we can fill in. Don't know what yet, but something. And then we have all this here. We need to put some stuff on the back end there. We have all this done, which is basically just another workstation. Let me get a chair. So, it's there. You have all this with monitors and that, so you know what? You know, that's fine. I want to see if I can put something here. I need to ask about player heads to see how those work. It's not bedrooms. It's... So, like, those aren't bedrooms. Those are workstations. So, like, this is a workstation in storage. These are workstations. Someone would work in here, constantly making sure all this is working, functioning. You would have people that would work down here, making sure that one, stuff would get recorded and presented right. You'd have some people in here working on this. Honestly, I should make another little... Not that. Another little monitor computer right here. Just for like documentation stuff. So like someone would do research, type it all in, report it. You'd have here. And that's all on this floor, right? So then the floor above that, which is this one, is recreational. So there'd be something in here, like a weight room or something, right? And then all of this is sleeping quarters. So you can definitely do bunk beds. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 people, hypothetically, could be in here if they're all bunk beds. And so doing that, you'd have all that. So you need bathrooms. So like we could make like a bathroom somewhere else and so on and so forth, right? So like all of that, and then you'd have, what is it? Bathroom here for these two people. You'd have a bathroom. I don't know where I am. Okay, that was weird. You could have a bathroom in here. So the people that work in here, and the people that work down here. This can be a bathroom, technically. So much rooms for bathrooms. Yeah, like there's a lot of different places that we can have bathrooms. And technically, one of these rooms could be a bathroom. Like we could technically make one of this into a bathroom, and then all the people share that bathroom as well with the other places. Because it makes sense. Because gym area, you would have a cafeteria. This is going to be a little security checkpoint area. Before you even walk up to this place, there'll be like a metal detector and such. Also showers, which would also... Where is it at? Probably fit showers into here, maybe? Like hallway, shower area. Which would make sense. And then... recreation, workout area, cafeteria, security checkpoint, and one communal shower. No, the showers would be blocked off. I don't know. We don't need every single thing in there to make it seem like they would functionally, like, do everything. It would just be enough for them to stay down here for a little bit, so, like... Yeah, we're not doing 4-person bunk beds. If anything, at max it's 2 bunk beds per person, or it's 1 bedroom per person, so that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that are down here. I think maybe at most 10 people would be down here. I feel like that would be the maximum people that would work in this facility. 10 to 12. Because if you got people working in here, plus making sure guarding stuff, 1 bathroom per person would never happen. Yeah, that's for another time. I'm going to call it there, though, for today. We got a lot of progress on it. We basically finished the entire bottom section done, which is nice. We got a lot of this done. I want to make more things knocked over and, like, fallen, so, like, I can do that here. Like something fell over. Of just like lockers and such. But we'll figure that out later. Yeah, no, this turned out really nicely so far. I'm glad we were able to get the water thing figured out so I can actually just focus entirely on that side. I am now going to call it there for today. But of course, before we end stream, we always got to do one special thing. It is bell time. Alrighty. So then let me pull up the music. Let me pull up the upbeat music. Alright, cool. Cool, awesome. Thank you very much again. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Make sure that's all good. Awesome. Yep, cool. Oh, I forgot I am still in creative. Music can that go up? This needs to be turned up to about there. Yep. And now then, for those that are new here, this is the sellout bell. More specifically, just like similarly to Technoblade sellout bell. But we do that a little bit different here. Here, you don't have to sub if you don't want to. I would appreciate it if you did. But you do not have to donate. You do not have to give any bits or subs or anything like that. The entirety of this is just to continue on the sellout bell tradition. But we rave for one song for roughly about 3 minutes. Chat and myself will be chanting Bell and One of Us, while I also do the whole Prime spiel. But with that being said, if you want, you can spam Bell, and if not, and you want to just vibe, go for it. With that being said, chat, are we all ready for the sellout bell? Because here we go. Alrighty, chat. It is time. It is time for the sellout bell. You know what that means? if you have a Twitch Prime sub or an Amazon Prime account, that means you most likely have a Twitch Prime sub that you can use, which basically is a free sub that you can give to any one of your favorite Twitch streamers. It can be me, it can be whoever, but sometimes you forget you have one. So you might just want to go check for it, chat, because you already paid for it, so why not use it? That being said, chat, I want to see y'all be spamming bells when you're spamming one of us, because it is time for the sellout bell. Bell, 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 bell. One of us, 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 one of us. That's right, chat. If you're enjoying this and you want to continuously be spamming the sellout bell, I want y'all be spamming it. I want to see chat roll through it. Nameless, thank you for the community gifted sub. I appreciate it. With that being said, chat, let's keep going. Bell, 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 bell. One of us, one of us, one of us, one of us, one of us. One of us, one of us, one of us. Bell, 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 bell. Alright, chat, we're halfway done. One of us, 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 one of us. One of us, one of us. Bell, 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 bell. All right, chat, we got 40 more seconds. 40 more seconds. Let's see if y'all do that. Also, Vaporous Viper resub for 4 months. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bell, 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 bell. One of us, 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 one of us. One of us, 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 one of us. Bell, 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 bell. Maze, thank you for the 5 community gifted. You know you don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bell, 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 bell. Woo! And with just like that, chat, we call it there for today for stream. Well done. I'm surprised, Asher, you didn't get caught by Fosub out there with how much you were spamming Bell in between. You just joined that Bill, so you had to. Fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But for those who joined in, this is basically just Techno sellout bell, but we carry that tradition via a little bit of a rave. It's my costume seeing so many streams. It's fine. We do it via rave where chat spams bell and spams one of us. So it's just a fun little thing that we be a part of. So the tone shift me gets every time because we're chill, and then we go up to a lot more crazy fun energy. But thank you with that, chat. With that being said, we're going to call it there for today. We're going to raid into someone, and I will see you all tomorrow for an earlier stream. I might stream it, I might not stream it, but I will most likely. If I don't stream it, you can see it via Lagundo, because we will be doing a peak lobby on Thursday tomorrow. About 2 hours earlier than my normal stream time. So, with that being said, let's go right into someone, chat. Alright, who do you want to raid into? Let's see. Who do you raid into? Let's raid into Katie Go Burr, because I haven't raided into Katie in a while. Katie, of course, is playing Bannerfall, so I think y'all will enjoy that. /raid Katie Gober. Again, chat, thank you all for being here with me today. You all been awesome, amazing, and wonderful as always. And remember to abolish your regret, and I will see you all next time.